Another day, another episode of Ground Up. Welcome, listeners and viewers. Here we go again with another episode of Ground Up. Okay, and here with us today again is Gabe Jarlego, also known as Framba, and we have Allan Minoza, also known as TS Lag in the house. All right, so we have here some topics. Before we start, pakilala muna ulit kayo, boys.
Go ahead, Alan. I was first down.
Hello, my name is Allan Stephen Minoza. You can call me Ben. Yeah, so one of the guests lang ako dito. Thank you for having us on your podcast.
Of course. Yeah,
And
man.
shout out. Please like and subscribe to Ian Viernes, aka Bossing.
Yes, please.
That's the
Shameless
show.
plug din sa band namin ni Gabe. 2511 Gabe
Hashtag
Jarlego.
2511. Right.
Check it out.
Check it out.
All right, and hey guys, my name is Gabe Jarlego. Thank you for having us, Ray, and the shameless plug of Alan 2511. We have a YouTube channel that is the 2511. We only have one video, but please do support us. Thank you.
Yes, of course. And oh wow, okay, voice crack. All right. Anyway, to start our episode here, we have again yet another story time with you boys from Bino and TS Lag. And here we have a topic about. Let's go back to us in childhood. How was our childhood? How was your childhood, Gabe? Or Alan na lang.
Sorry, Gabe.
Gagan po.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
feelings
just-
aren't hurt. It's fine. It's fine. Go first.
Alright, so childhood. Most of my childhood years spent in Oman was pretty simple. So, hindi naman kasi ako palagala bata. So, most of the time I spent it at home. We'd go outside occasionally to the malls lang and whenever I had school. So, that's the time when I had like the chance to hang out with friends, especially during lunch breaks, after school hours, while waiting for the service na umuwi. So, ayun. I spent most of my childhood siguro learning to play music, games. And so, ayun. It was a
Right.
pretty simple childhood back then.
How about you, Gabe? How was
My childhood as a baby? It was really weird. I grew up in a cave. I was raised by wolves, and no, I'm kidding.
Woo!
As
Let's go.
my childhood was fairly simple as well. I mean, I grew up in the Middle East. I started in Oman from like my kinder years. I started kinder there until half of grade 4, I think. Can't remember, or grade 3 or third grade. So after that, my dad's job put him in Qatar, so he had to bring us along. So my formative years, I guess I would say, was in Qatar. That's where I really made like my first friends who I truly remembered, I guess I could say. Yeah, so that was until like half of my third year in high school, and then my dad's job again put him back in Oman, so I got back to Oman, and then I started half of my third year there, and then that's when I met you guys, and yeah, for the most part, it's been stupid teenage fun.
Right, because that's what usually teenage or childhood would look like before, right? It
Yeah.
looks like something more of a nostalgic feeling for us today, and something that most of our youths, if not all of them, yeah, are feeling the same thing. Just feeling mostly negative thoughts or having negative impressions about their childhood, like maybe perhaps not having the ability to have friends, or yeah. Anyway, going back to what I'm saying is that it was so hard for my parents to put us out of that poverty line. Anyway, so yun, It was fun though. For the most part, we grew up together. Like I can still vividly remember yung times na pumupunta-punta ako sa Inyapen, tas we used to ano yun? We used to hang out, play games, Game Boy.
Sleepovers, yun.
Yeah, sleepovers, Xbox, PS2, PS1 even, right?
PS1.
I remember I spent most of my PS1 days kila Glenn. 'Di ba kapitbahay mo lang yun si Glenn Dolatre, yeah. And he was really cool. We used to play Metal Slug. I don't know if our viewers
Simple
or
Joys lang dati.
Simple Joys, really, truly. Parang after mo mag-school, when you play basketball or play dodgeball or taya-tayaan, langit lupa, whatever, it was really pure joy and happiness. And I could remember right after those times, I mean, sobrang naging routine na siya sa atin. Pagkatapos natin maglaro, pupunta pa tayo sa bahay ng tropa natin, then we play more games. And yeah, it was really fun. Lalo na yung mga times na andun din lang tayo sa bahay, we chillin with the AC, playing with Game Boys and stuff. We also had these times tawag na ito. There are even parts where grade school nung we used to be scolded by our parents, right? Kunyari, I don't know if you were a part
Not
of
just scolded.
Yeah, I mean,
OBC.
diba, we used to play yung mga OBC, Warehouse. I don't know if you've heard those stuff, Gabe, pero there is this, right? Computer shop. I don't know if you remember. It's somewhat close to your place. Pero, ayun nga, we had those memories where principal ka. Anyways, speaking of, being restricted and getting punished and scolded, what were your funniest or, most amazing story in high school where you got, reprimanded or nag-guidance ka na? Yeah. Let's start with you, Gabe. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I mean, you know me, guys. I don't get reprimanded. People, adults love me, so I never got.
Bad boy pala.
Wow, we're sorry.
Went to a guidance counselor. I mean, it's not because I'm Mr. Goody Two Shoes. I'm just that good. So I'm kidding. No, but I never got. I don't think so. Did I? No, I don't think so. I never got sent to the principal's office or anything like that.
How about you, Allan? What was your craziest, most amazing guidance counselor moment? I don't know.
Principal's office, wala. Pero guidance counselor, I'm not sure. Pero yung that time we snuck out to OBC.
Right.
Diba?
OBC is called Oman Bowling Center. It was known for having this computer shop. Parang first ever computer shop where gamers can actually, have fun and stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, I forgot the event pero I think we snuck out. So we went
during class? During class or what?
School program yun eh.
Right.
I'm not sure if intramurals yun or fun day. Parang ganun. So we snuck out. Tapos we'd go through the British School of Muscat's football field.
Alright,
So
ABA.
we walked
Yun
in.
sa may, pababa.
ABA. Yeah, ABA pala, sorry.
ABA.
So we went to ABA, snuck through the football field. So we went to OBC, so we crossed the highways and all. Tapos, when we got back, I'm not sure kasi I think we left Gian.
Yeah, Gian.
He wanted to come with. Tapos parang we left him. So we all went to OBC. And then when we got back, parang yun, they found that we snuck out just to play games just to play League, the OBC.
Yeah.
So when I got home, parang reprimanded ng guidance plus sa parents din. Kasi never naman ako lumabas sa
Right. I don't know if it's the same though, pero I had the similar experience, pero it wasn't OBC, it's warehouse. Ang kasama ko pa noon kasi 'di ba before yung mga tropa ko talaga or parang I grew up with batch nila Kuya Raymart, si Kuya Raymart, and I used to hang out with them, sila Kuya Japet, sila Kuya Naim, sila Kuya, what's his name again? I don't know. Majid, I don't know if you remember. Pero yeah, they used to play League of Legends before hardcore, and tas parang sumama ako sa kanila, and I think kasama pa namin sila Sean. Hindi si Sean eh. Basta it's just, I think Gio was there, maybe. Tapos ang problema kasi nun, it was Gian then. Si Gian, gusto niya sumama. Nagpapaalam siya kay kuya niya, si Gio, na kuya sama ako ganyan. Tapos parang hindi wag na kasi diba if
OBC.
hindi, it's warehouse. Yeah. I think kasama kita doon. Kasama rin kita doon. Yeah, I remember. Tapos yung nakahuli sa atin si Dizon. Siya yung president. Right? Si Kuya Jerome Dizon ata. I think
Jad Dizon.
Jad. Yeah, Jad Dizon. Bale si Gian yung nagsumbong kasi hindi siya nasama. Tapos nung nalaman, pinuntahan tayo doon sa warehouse. Hindi pala tayo pinuntahan. Nung pabalik tayo ng school, tapos kinausap tayo ni Kuya Jad. Sabi niya, kakausapin daw kayo ni ma'am ano. Oh my God. Who's this teacher again? Ma'am Layog. I don't know if you remember Ma'am Layog.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Ma'am Layog. Tapos, andun din si Ma'am Desus, si Mrs. Desus. And they were like, they scolded us, and then it was, they made us write. Oh, they made us write sa malaking table. Tapos we were separate. What were our story? Why would we go, and go out at the very dangerous time and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it was really, really fun. I mean, I'd say maybe I'd go back to it, maybe do it again. I don't know, maybe not.
So the moral of the story this time is isama nyo na lagi si Gian.
Yeah, true. So anyway, going back to the topic, childhood. It was I wanted to point out how blessed or lucky we all are to have these kinds of experiences compared to what young people are experiencing right now. Like lalo na I feel like they are being suppressed or oppressed or whatever in a way. Kaya they choose to find online means to entertain themselves. Unlike us, we used to have these physical connections with one another, having to to have these bruises of yesterday, and sobrang nakaka-miss lang yung feeling na ganun. So anyway, we have here another topic, which is growing up in a Muslim country. How is it, or how does it feel to be a Christian in the midst of Muslim populated country? And how was it? How did you grow into the ministry or whatever? Kasi diba, all of us were once YFC, and perhaps maybe we still are. I still am, right? Is that still I am. Yeah, still am. And for the most part, sobrang nakikita ko na isang pinakamalaking problema ng pagiging YFC is to go back to the community, like what we used to have before, na we were active members and all. I just wanted to ask, what were your thoughts before, and what do you feel right now that you've been doing things and stuff like that? So yeah, ikaw, Allan.
Ano ba? Growing up sa Muslim country in Oman, so I think it helped us become more sensitive. Kasi, even if we were young pa lang, like we had an idea already of do's and don'ts of Islam. Diba? So, especially we had classmates who were of a different religion. So, we learned to become sensitive, especially during times of yung mga fasting nila. So, naalala ko kapag fasting kakain ka, you had to hide talaga. Kundi sa car, inom ka ng tubig, bababa ka pa sa car. Ano, So, and I think it helped us grow more and have an idea on respecting other culture and other religions. Tapos, sa YFC naman, ano ba? Ayun, it helped us siguro grow, it helped us grow spiritually. Like, especially, the first time that we were introduced there. Tapos, uh, you got to enjoy and have a sense of being close to God. Ganun. Pero, ayun nga, as time went by, parang hindi ka naging less active. Parang ganun. I wanted to volunteer sa mga music ministry kasi we were in the band before, di ba, sa YFC. Pero, siguro, I had much of constraints when it came to time. Like, I couldn't commit. Kasi ako ayoko mag-commit sa isang bagay.
Oh,
When you're
committed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't wanna commit, especially when it comes to, serving a religion when you're caught up in something else. Yun. So, it's hard. You get the sense of wanting to come back, pero, you don't know how to approach it. Kasi most of the time siguro yung mga feeling ng ibang teenagers parang, oy, hindi na ako active dito sa some group. So, how do I, approach?
Reconnect, yeah.
Pero, how do I reconnect? Yung ganun. Pero I think that, it can start with yourself naman. Tapos, you're always gonna be welcome naman. Especially dun sa mga organizations na, I mean, and I know na, very strong yung foundation nun when it comes to helping and reaching out to other people. So, ayun.
Right, because in a way, it looks like it's a service group. Yun yung how we usually, or people usually perceive it. Community groups or church groups looks like a help or, para sa mga tao lang na kailangan ng attention and stuff. Pero actually, it's a wrong way of looking into things, which it actually shows, how it can help you develop your own personal interest as well as especially your perspective in life, right? Because most of the teachings in the Bible actually helps you redirect our minds, our beliefs, the way we perceive things, the way we reach for our goals and stuff. Kasi if you come to look at it, like the whole principles of the teachings of the Bible has been nothing but direct and helpful. Pero yun nga, the same way, you can't help but to look into things that where you are right now. Like for example, sayo nga, you find your time mostly on academic stuff before. I mean, you can't find a balance with your social life and those academic life. Pero regardless of that, it's still sa community based naman, ano pa rin siya, we understand na you're going through, yun nga, sinabi nga mo na you're a student first before you are a servant. Pero ayun nga, tama-tama yung sinabi mo, Allan. Everyone is still welcome. If you feel like you don't deserve or like you feel like you have this sense of undeserving thought na parang, okay, I've seen too much. I mean, I've done too much. Look at me. I've went to parties already. I've drunk maybe too much for myself, for my own intake, or I've been smoking for too much already. Pero I've seen the better of that, like I've seen that I can be better, Pero time and time again, I always remind myself na kahit na gaano kahirap ang buhay, we can always remember that He's there for us. He's there for us. He never left us in the first place. We were only the ones who left him there. So I try to at sometimes, I try to bring myself back to the community, and I hope some of my listeners and you guys as well go back sometime. I mean, I miss those times. Alam na, we used to go out in with Ate Mary in the jazz, stuff like that, and we just chill out sa kotse niya and talk about stuff. We go Shati, we go beach, we go
Yep.
shawarma shopping or whatever.
Warm.
Shawarma and Mountain Dew. Those times. I mean, it really helped the community grow better with these kinds of missionaries. So yun, it's been really fun. How about you? How about you, Gabe? How was it growing in a spiritual sense?
Well, first, your first question, to just to address that, growing up in a Muslim country as a kid, and wasn't for me. It wasn't too hard because as a kid, my parents already told me to, respect other cultures, and it wasn't really that hard to give respect. I mean, if you want respect, you give respect as well. So yeah, they had a point. We weren't really in our own country, so we had to respect their culture, their rules. So just like Alan said, in some parts like Ramadan, you always have to pay attention as to what you're doing. You shouldn't really eat outside. You shouldn't drink outside. Only at home, where I usually just eat, or somewhere where people won't see me. So for the most part, it wasn't too hard. And as for the YFC thing, I mean, I was just part of YFC for a few months, but it was enjoyable. Definitely, my faith grew stronger when I was part of YFC in a way. But just to be completely honest, I mean, after that, when I was done with high school, my faith just fluctuated in and out, so up and down. I mean, my faith, I've lost my faith a few times, then sometimes I'd gain it back, something like that. Me and the big guy up there hasn't really been that tight recently. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to be honest with my faith right now.
Right.
I don't want to go
Right.
preaching like God
Yeah.
is good and everything, which he
Right.
is, but I don't want to be go all preacher mode where in self righteous, which not really. I'm not really
Right, that's good
that
because
guy.
you have to be, true to yourself before you be true to
Yeah,
your God first. So, in order for a person to acknowledge himself or his shortcomings, he or she must be able to, see things from true perspective, which is really good. So do I. I mean, the way I see things, the way I grew up, and the principles that have been, you know, given to me. I neglected those parts for most of my college years. I mean, up until now, I'm still a student somehow since we're graduating, but I don't know when's that gonna happen. So anyway, because before I was asked by some atheists, if you would call them. They asked me, "Why do you believe in God?" I was like, to be honest, I'm not that really, I don't know Jesus himself that much already. Like I've been growing in the church for so long, and yet I still don't know him. There is so much to learn more about him. Like it's just that I find my interest slightly leaning to arts more than, or like gaming in general more than him. But which comes to my point, which is that there is so much to learn more about them. That's why I am taking the learning process in a slow manner, so I can grow more in a strong foundation, if you could say. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, and I said I believe in him because I see the principles of the church as good, right? If you see something good, you'd follow it. And I see nothing that harms other people. I mean, it shows nothing but respect and having the sense of compassion with one another, which apparently people are, not feeling these days. People are, you know, leaning more onto being depressed and stuff like that. So anyway, talking about depression, have you have any thoughts of being depressed or depression lately? How about you, Alan?
Um, Depression, it's it's one of the most siguro hot topics ngayon. Kasi, it's very uh, prevalent now compared to before. Anyone can go through it, anyone can experience it. And, there's not really a like specific definition of depression. You just go through it, parang ganun. And other people tend to, um, ano ba, parang misunderstand. Like, um, they they think of depression as, you know, a very bad thing. Where in fact, lots of people experiencing it. Um, Not just anyone can experience it. Me, especially given the situation right now, stressful na situation.
Yeah.
So I think na the least that we can do, especially when it comes to depression, is reaching out to anyone. I mean, just a simple kamusta ka, how are you doing? It can affect the person going through depression a lot. Ayun. So, ang napapansin ko lang din is other people tend to take it lightly, which
Yeah.
in fact, it's a very serious issue right now. You know, the people might come up to you and say, "Hey, I'm depressed," and all, Pero, people usually, especially in our culture, they tend to shrug it off. So, oh, hindi, mabilis lang
Yeah.
yan.
You're not depressed. You're just really
Kaya,
sad. Just shake it off.
Yeah, can you
uh,
can you define that first? Like what is depression and sadness? Can you like differentiate in a no, medical manner where people can actually
depression
understand?
kasi usually it's a manifestation of um, a lot of symptoms actually. It's not just sadness. Usually lots of symptoms accompany it. And usually, there's no given time frame. I mean, it can hit you anytime. It can take months up to years. Like sadness, because usually sadness is, it's an instant burst of emotion. Kunwari, when you hear something bad on the news, feel upset, sad, mga ganun. Pero depression kasi it can hit you anytime, anywhere, and it slowly creeps up on you. So,
So
it's
sadness is
very,
like a burst, and then depression is like a long time of being.
depression usually is, parang siyang, hindi siya,
It's
it
like
slowly
depression
creeps
is a
up on you.
marathon.
Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Sadness is like just a race, I guess.
Sadness is just like a sprint compared to depression. I mean, ayun, lots of, um, I know lots of people experiencing depression. So, it's a very, ano ba, hard and very sensitive issue to tackle, especially given our culture. Pero, just reaching out, lending a hand, asking if they need anything, it goes a long way. Ganun. As much as possible, if someone opens up to your, there's no need to like shove them or a shrug off what they have to say. And just listening can go a long way. So, ayun. Therapeutic communication goes a long.
Right. Pero ikaw, how about yourself? Have you experienced the same thing? Like, were you a victim of depression? Or would you call it a victim?
People, I'm not sure if I can call myself depressed. Pero, everyone goes through phases and, moments of long and lasting sadness, feeling of emptiness. One time you're happy, one time you're sad. Thinking about stuff which you shouldn't be thinking about. Ganun. So I can't really say that I'm depressed, pero the burden of being upset, sad, and anxious about something that you don't know or you've experienced before. So it really brings a toll emotionally. Ano. So, ayun. I mean, everyone experiences it, not just teenagers, I mean, adults, children, you
Right.
know.
But how were you able to overcome it? Like it seems to me that you're looking or doing fine. I mean, lalo na
Mm.
ngayon you're going to a new phase of your life. How did you experience or how did you, manage to make your way out of, depression in a way?
Siguro kasi it's mostly um, about having support systems, you know. Um, kasi all of us have different coping mechanisms, defense mechanisms, di ba? Ano, so, usually, kunyari, if you're stressed, other people go drinking, other people go smoking, gaming, going to the gym and all. Pero, what helped me cope siguro during tough times all throughout these years was the support system. So it's really important to have, a connection, not only with yourself, pero, you have to have a close foundation with either your friends or your family. Just being able to vent out. Kasi if you bottle up your emotions, it really stresses you out, di ba? Parang there comes a time that you just burst. Pero having this, siguro what got me through all the times was, my friends, and, uh, family ko, and just venting out and, having someone to listen, it really helped me.
Right. And
So,
yeah, I feel like I played bad role in that scenario, but and yeah, but lalo na sa mga panahon na ganito, we're all scattered and away from one another. It's so hard to reach out, lalo na sa mga tao who are feeling depression or sadness even in this time. So I just would like to I would like you to know that I'm here. I'm always here, Ben. For if you have any, just hit me up. I mean, your boy is always here. If you want to play, I'm here. I'm down to play. If you want to share some thoughts, I'm here. Right?
of course.
Of course. All right. How about you, Gabe, man? My man. How was life?
um, Dealing with depression. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I don't really like putting a label on it. I mean, I don't really know if I was, if you would call it depressed, but maybe it was. I mean, a few years back, I was like, during college, I was really demotivated. It's honestly, I think it started during high school. I just There are a lot of things. It's depression, like Alan said. It isn't just one thing. It's like a multitude of things that you just don't know where it's starting already. You don't know what's the main source anymore. It's just at one point you're flying high, you're happy, and then you're one moment you're here, then the next you're down, and it's like I said, during college, I was really demotivated. That's why my grades were failing. I didn't really care anymore. I just really wasn't taking care of myself, and I tried to still be, a happy guy, but I really don't remember. It was so long ago. I mean, I'm happy now that I don't really feel that kind of heaviness or that kind of feeling anymore. It's not that prevalent anymore. Sometimes I get to feel it from time to time, but not as much as before. But I guess the reason it left me in a way, or it got reduced, was, of course, my friends would be there, a support system. Sometimes I'm just really the type of guy. I don't really blame my friends if they didn't know, because I'm the type of guy that if I have a problem, I try to solve it myself. I really don't try to look for help from others. So, not a lot of people knew what I was going through. Not even my parents. I really didn't tell anyone that much about it. Really, just only a handful of people. And even then, I really didn't like even telling those guys. I mean, namely the two of you. You know about this anyway. So I honestly didn't even want to tell it because at the end of the day, it really didn't get a load off. I mean, anything, people, um, anything that you would say to me, really didn't fully take my mind off it. And then I'm not blaming any of you guys. It's just me. Sometimes it's they say like you create your own problems as well. Half of your problems or something is just part of your mind. So um I guess in that way, what I did really, what really worked was I tried to take care of myself. I tried to wake up early. This was after college already when, um, honestly, I had my first breakup. It's crazy because it wasn't the breakup that triggered me to actually change myself. It was just, I just felt so sad at myself looking at the mirror. At that point, I'm like, shit, I should fucking do something, you know? Like I'm jobless and I just got out of a breakup and I look like fucking shit. So I said the least that I could do is be nice to myself, take care of myself, then maybe good change would happen. So that's when I started waking up early and then working out, uh, going to the gym. My gym, by the way, is just my garage. I just call my garage the gym because I don't have money, so I don't go to the gym per se. But yeah, I would go to the gym every day to work out every day. I mean, and I ate healthy, and by any means, um, I'm not fat right now, but I was so much fatter before than I am right now. So in a way, I felt good about myself. I gained a lot more of confidence, and yeah, I can say that I'm kind of better now than I was before.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, after when I focused on myself, good things did happen. I did get a job. I made new friends, new connections. Honestly, it was everything kinda was falling into place when I started just taking care of myself. So
Right.
um, advice with depression. I'm honestly, I'm not like a deep person. I don't know what advice to give people who are going through with depression. But since, like I said, I tried to solve my own problems, but not everyone is like that. It's very taxing as well if you're that type of person where you try to keep everything with you. You know, you don't let anyone in. So I don't know as much as possible because there were times, yeah, that I could have, hit the bucket, as they would say. Is that the right expression? I can't remember, but I think you guys get me. So,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
definitely.
like advice for depression, man. It's honestly, if you have someone who you can truly trust, then you're very lucky. You should go to them and talk to them. You'd think that nothing would change, nothing would happen, but little by little it could actually change. So find your support system, or if you don't even have that friend or the family who could actually support you, you could do something. I actually got this from Cody from Tiny Meat Gang. He actually said, um, do something you haven't done first before you do anything rash. Do something you haven't done, like go to a different city, go move, or I don't know, as simple as like working out. If you haven't done that in ever in your life, try working out and see what happens. Because something like that could actually spark a change. So just stay alive. You know, as much as possible. It's just you'll get through it. Hopefully.
Right.
Right.
I'm not a person to give advice. It's just you know.
No, I mean you don't have to be, qualified to be of a high position or having that much experience to be qualified as in to give advice. I think
I
advice
guess I
come
don't
from
know how to give advice.
yeah,
Maybe
maybe that's the way you could say that. But
I
and
guess focus on something
so,
you're
yeah,
passionate about.
right,
Maybe that's
yeah,
advice I could actually give.
right, and that's what actually what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this podcast actually was the birth of something of an idea that comes productive in the midst of in being in quarantine. But more than that was actually, for the most part, we can just just say things about our lives, and share some experiences maybe and thoughts about how we struggled through the years, and how we maybe be able to convert those experiences to life lessons for other people. Like, for example, maybe if you're, in my case, still a student, and most of your batchmates or high school batchmates are already graduated, don't feel bad for yourself, or maybe sabi mo na ang bobo mo, or you feel worthless, and it's really tough. It's really tough. Things are going to be more tough over
Yeah,
the years,
here's
but
the thing.
yeah.
I mean, like, maybe you guys, you've heard this a lot of times already, but I go through this saying as well. Like, don't compare your behind the scenes to someone's highlight reel,
Right.
right? I
'Cause
mean, it's not a race. You're not in a race with other people. If anything, you should be a better version of yourself than who you are today or yesterday or whatever. It's just, if you're in competition with someone, you're in competition with yourself. If you want to be better, you got to be better than yourself, not be better than this guy or this person, you know. So
for a while there, I thought you were a motivation coach, or my training instructor. Like, you gotta be better, man. Gotta do 10 more push-ups.
Yeah.
Gotta work. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel you have everyone has their own story, and you can compare your own from another and say like, oh, he's doing better. Maybe I should do better. Maybe you should. But maybe you should compete with yourself rather than other people, because
you
you
can use
have.
someone as inspiration.
Yes, right. You can, find inspiration from the failures or mishaps, or, failures of other people, and maybe help convert that into something that would help
mean,
you
like,
boost, right?
Like, if, let's say, you look up to Johnny Sins because he's got a good body and
Right.
stuff like that. So
I mean, he's
I
been a doctor, a nurse. Oh wait,
yeah,
he's
he's a
been
doctor,
a
he's been a nurse.
fireman.
He's been an astronaut.
He's been an astronaut.
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
I know Alan has like a big poster of Johnny Sins somewhere there, so I know he's like a
Dude,
huge
like,
fan.
Johnny Sins, man, is
Shout
like
out.
role model right there. How about you, Alan? Maybe some thoughts about
So Alan,
having,
your mic is on.
yeah,
mute
yeah, I know.
again.
Maybe he's a
I have a shrine, pero I can't show it. It's private.
right,
Yeah, it's for his eyes only.
part, but we promote this one. I don't know, this thing that pen is
Wakanda forever.
the oh shit, the Wakanda forever greeting, if whatnot. I don't know if what does that mean, but I think
Not
it's
doing that shit, guys.
yeah, I don't know.
It's not
like,
gonna be a thing.
You have to do it, Gabe.
yeah, you
Right.
have. I mean, I did it. Come on,
I'm not-
Gabe. Don't be such a pussy.
No. No, I'm done with that
Yes.
Wakandan shit, man.
You have to do it, bro.
All right.
No.
All right.
Do it, bro.
You'll do it in your own time, man. Maybe.
No, no.
We all have our own paces.
I'm not doing the Wakanda shit. I'm not gonna do that Korean heart thing. It's,
Like
you know,
this
you
one.
guys. Yeah,
This,
no, just get that out of my face. I have nothing against
Yeah.
Koreans.
How
or
about this
anything.
one? How about this
I
one?
don't want to do that. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Nike.
Nike. Right here.
What the fuck? Okay. Fucking-
Anyway, speaking of depression, we all went through, being a gamer, in a sense. I hope you're still with me, boys.
Still are.
Yeah, we all still are. Let's talk about that for a brief moment. But
Being a
before
gamer?
before that, we'll be right back. And we are back to Ground Up. Here again, we have from Bino and TS Lag, or Gabe Jarlego and Allan Minoza. Here we have another topic, which is gaming. And just like my second channel right here, shameless plug by the way, we have bossing. Check out my gaming channel. We post almost daily uploads on League of Legends. I'm trying to work my way out of this podcast and my work and my gaming channel. I hope you check out. It's been really fun playing with these guys. I hope you enjoy. Anyway, we have gaming channels. So boys, do you have any gaming personalities or any games that you play? Maybe thoughts, or you can share some of it with the audience with me. Starting with Gabe from Bino.
Yeah, gaming personalities like I'm a huge fan of bossing. I play his. I always watch his YouTube channel. You guys should check him out.
Right here.
Bossing. The links will be in the description below.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't really follow a lot of gaming channels. Honestly, it's like if I just feel like watching a game, I usually try to watch Markiplier. You guys Markiplier.
From what game?
Markiplier or different games. Usually, I like to
Alright,
watch
same.
horror games, so it's Markiplier. Rad Brad. I don't know.
Yo,
if you
yo,
guys know.
sorry to cut you out, but remember
Yeah.
that thing that we did, the Slenderman challenge, the scare
Yeah,
cam?
yeah.
I
I remember that.
damn, it was really
I-
fun.
I
Do you
don't- I
still
don't-
have the video of that?
No, I don't think I uploaded it though as
Oh,
well. So I'm not-
damn. Yeah,
I
but
remember
anyway,
we recorded ourselves playing
Yeah.
Slenderman.
it
Crazy
was
shit.
fun. Yeah. Anyway, you were
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't really follow any of these channels. It's just like because I really don't like watch games that much. So yeah, but when I do watch, it's sometimes Markiplier or even PewDiePie. PewDiePie, is that how you say it?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, yeah.
PewDiePie.
Brad, bossing, stuff like that. So, games, yeah, it's just LOL. I used to play a lot of Apex Legends. I love Apex Legends, but my laptop is for shit right now, so I couldn't play it. Overwatch, I love Overwatch as well, but yeah, I can't play it as well, so that's sad. I like to play also Call of Duty, the new Battle Royale Call of Duty,
Warframe.
Warzone.
Warzone.
Warzone, but I can't play it as well, so sad. Play sad music. So yeah, I'm just playing League of Legends right now, and then some few offline games like you guys know Cuphead. It's
Cuphead.
it's a cool aesthetic.
Shoot 'em up na ano.
Yeah.
I haven't
So
seen
Cuphead,
that.
you should try that out if you haven't, Rayan.
Is it a PC game or a mobile
Yeah,
phone game? Oh, I
PC
see.
game.
PC.
And I try to play strategy games like this War of Mine. Do you guys know that? Such a fucking hard game.
This War of Mine.
This War of Mine, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a depressing fucking game. Man.
But it's fun,
But,
right?
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
it's fun. The fun and depressing
Right here,
editor. Rainbow right here.
please. Right here. Okay. How about you? How about you, Alan? Any games? Any thoughts with gaming
Games?
personalities?
For games, I started, of course, League of Legends. Thus I shifted to Dota. But now I'm back at where it all began,
Yeah.
League of Legends.
The boys are back. Link are on the
Tapos,
description below.
I'm trying this new game. Nakuha ko siya for free. Civilization 6.
Mm.
Tapos, I shifted to Dota. But now I'm
You.
back playing League of Legends.
Trash.
Dota number 1.
Trash.
Any game, I'm the best.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
am never- I am never toxic. I am never toxic.
I laugh at your face.
I am the best support ever.
Yeah.
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 And then I'm trying this new game, Civilization. It's a strategic game.
Yeah.
It's ang taas ng learning curve niya. So I enjoy
Yeah, I
playing.
think I've tried the older
Old
civilization.
ones, yung ano.
Is it like similar to
I
Red
never had
Alert
any
or
patience
Conquer
with that.
Command and Conquer?
No, it's ano ba?
Age of
It's
Empires.
like
How
a-
about yeah? No.
Hindi siya. Parang Age of Empires pero turn-based. it's like you focus on the economy and then expanding it, like to conquer the world either via religious domination,
Right?
like
That's
scientific
the game with
domination.
the plague and shit. Tama ba?
No, different then.
Oh,
Oh,
different then. Alright.
I think what you're talking about
You
is
should check
Plague
it out.
2. That's good.
Plague
Yeah,
Inc.
yeah.
Better
Shit,
check out
I only
Plague
play
Inc.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't do that shit.
And then shooter games, Overwatch. Because I suck at other shooter games. Pero I enjoy Call of Duty din, yung mga
You
Modern
haven't tried
Warfare.
Apex?
We've played Apex, di
Oh,
ba,
we
before?
played Apex. Yeah.
Right.
I carry you always.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
For the sake of this podcast, sure.
Yeah.
For games, I started with Video Game Donkey. Hence,
Yeah.
hence the in-game
Yeah,
attitude.
Yeah, donkey.
Then,
In-game attitude. That's right.
PewDiePie, of course. Markiplier, I also occasionally watched him before mga previous big games. Right
Ninja.
now I'm watching Shroud.
Shroud?
I watched.
Oh yeah,
Shroud.
Shroud.
Oh yeah, Shroud's good. Yeah.
I watched Shroud's gameplays.
I can beat Shroud 1-on-1 anytime.
Oh.
Shroud.
Boy, I'm
Gi-
Shroud.
given the PC, right? Given the fucking
Yeah,
PC, right?
I have a handicap right now,
Yeah,
so
bro.
partida.
I'm sorry,
I'm
man.
kidding.
I am Shroud.
Bring it on, Shroud.
Guys, I have a confession.
Yeah.
I am Shroud.
I think I'm gonna leave. Anyway, on that note, boys, I really had fun today. I really enjoyed our second episode of Ground Up Show. I hope our listeners have been here and still are listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed and learned maybe some lessons or some tips and tricks from what we had. Be excited for more upcoming episodes. Be with us as we go on through this journey of growing in this channel. I hope that you comment down below what are your thoughts on our discussions. Maybe share some things or informations that we may have lapsed on about, or maybe just hang out, chill with us sometimes.
It's a safe space,
Yeah, safe
good,
space.
Good vibes, so it's no
Um,
problem. Say anything you want.
Right, and that's why it's the title of this show is Ground Up, because it's starting from the bottom up. So, on that note, we'll see you on the next one. Wait lang, I forgot to
Time to
plug.
play.
Anyway, on that note, we're going to end this podcast again. Check out our socials down below and my gaming channel and my main channel. Please check out Ray and Viernes and Bossing's channel right here. All right, so we'll see you on the next one.